comes to a movie like this, I guess the first question is, could you live off the grid? Like that?
I think so. Maybe not. When we're saying live, I mean, are we talking a lifetime? Because I think when we were getting all our photos.
At that point, it's just visiting and you're taking pictures for Instagram.
Like a holiday, yeah, with no pictures for Instagram. But I think for a decent period of time I could. You know, we were learning all this amazing stuff about how to. I think one of the most satisfying things I've ever done in my life, genuinely, is learn how to build a fire from scratch with a bow drill, and then kind of blow the embers and make a burn ball, and then put it in the fire that you've made. And I'd love to be a bit more responsible in those terms. So, yeah, I think for a bit of life.
So you're half hoping for a sort of apocalypse so you can show off the skills.
Yeah, I think, show off apocalypse, probably.
Make the fire, start off everything.
Yeah, there's some sort of manly montage of, involving mud and sort of like running through the trees, but...
Can you tell us a little bit about your character? And I guguess you're the leader of the children, essentially, in one way or another, right?
Well, I mean, he's the oldest sibling. There's no lead within the family, but there's like, I guess Bo, his journey is that he's starting to recognise that he's completely unsocialised, that he's got all these talents and this extraordinary abilities in other ways, but he can't talk to people, and he's feeling like he needs to leave the nest, and recognising that the reason he can't is because of the way that he lives, and so he's coming to terms with that, and he's applied to all these colleges, and it's whilst he's on this journey with the family, he's struggling with coming to terms with telling his dad that he's got to leave, So.
Sure. And can you tell me what is it like acting across Viggo Mortensen when he gives you a look of displeasure and regret after you tell him something like that, just seeing his face kind of fall?
Well, like in the scenes, you just hope you're acting and just hope that he's not really feeling regret and displeasure. No, it was a true joy working with Viggo. He led by example all the time, and he's a really wonderful man, and an incredible actor, so it was great.
Pleasure. Good on you.
Cool. Cheers, man.
Enjoy Sundance.
Thanks very much. Have a good one.
Could you live off the grid like this movie?
For like 5 days. No, I would actually love to with my family. There's actually nothing that brings me more happiness than being in a car with my 2 kids and my hubby on a road trip, and just having everything I love just like in one small there's nothing that gives me more joy. So yeah, I think I could.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure. Welcome to Sundance. Is your first time here? What'd you think of it so far?
It's been absolutely fantastic. It's amazing. It's nothing I expected it to be.
So, working with a cast with so many kids, do you think that makes it easier for you to kind of find your place in the movie?
Yeah, they really helped me, all of them, like the older ones and even little Charlie over there. Actually, me and who plays my little brother, he's 9 in the movie. His mom and my dad are boyfriend and girlfriend, and right now we live together.
Is that weird?
It's amazing. So basically we met on the movie. So if we didn't do that movie, I wouldn't have 3 other brothers right now.
That's fantastic. Can you tell me, would you like to live like that, like live away from all of all the electronics and the cities and the crazy stuff like that, kind of?
It's my dream. That's what I'm doing when I'm older.
Really? What?
I decided that.
What is your whole dream with that in mind?
Well, I'll grow up, I'll act until I go to college, and when I go to college, after I go to college, I'm going to travel around the world and then settle down in Washington with my husband and have children and live there in Washington State in the woods.
I look forward to that. I hope you have a great day. First and foremost, what do you think of Sundance? Because people always have an idea of what it's going to be and everything, but it's either... there's some things that are better and some things that are worse. What do you think so far?
Well, it's my first Sundance, so it's my first sort of experience, but I was told it's going to be very cold, and it is very bloody cold. But no, it's intense, it's fun. I haven't, disliked any part of it so far. I've been very busy over the last couple of days, which is, just great.
Can you tell me a little bit about your character?
So I play Rellian, one of the 6 kids in the northwestern forests of America. But I'm sort of like I want to say rebel of the family who doesn't sort of want to be in that sort of forest and unlocal desires, but he doesn't believe in sort of his father's beliefs and virtues, and sort of when they have to assimilate back into society, he loves that sort of part of it, but as a twist I can't really talk to you about. But it's it's a great film.
Do you think you could live off the grid like that yourself?
I'm pretty based around my phone. So no, I like more of the city, sort of the hustle bustle around LA and New York and Sydney down back home. Yeah.
I got you. Well, you know, there's a lot of open land in Sydney. You could do other stuff.
Of course.
So.
Of course, yeah, you know, right. I might have to approach Matt Ross, the director, about it. Might have to do a sequel in Sydney.
For sure. You working on anything else coming up?
I've got a couple big things in 2016. I can't really talk about it, but you know, let's just say 2016 is going to be a pretty good year.
Sure. Well, pleasure and good luck to you. Can I ask you, was there anything about Ben and his choices that resonated with you?
Yeah. I've tried to, you know, in just raising my own son, you know, how much media, how much, you know, communication devices, how much exposure, and to what, at what age, you know. It's a dilemma that each parent has to deal with, and that's part of this story as well. What do you expose them to? In the case of this character, he's pretty bold, you know. There's nothing that they can't talk about. You know, death, sex, philosophy, literature. I mean, even the 7-year-old kid, you can talk in 5 different languages about any philosopher, about sex, about death, about illness, about hunting. They all know how to hunt, how to skin a deer, how to grow vegetables. I mean, it's an unusual, to say the least, it's an unusual family. But it was really fun to do it with these actors. They're amazing. You'll see.
Do you feel like you learned anything from him as a father?
No, I guess it's just a reminder. Sometimes it takes a while for it to settle in. If you ask me next year, I could probably give you a better answer. But I think you just do your best, and he certainly does, you know. And the safest thing to do, I think Mike Nichols said this. You know, this goes for independent filmmaking. It also goes for parenting. The safest thing you can do is take a chance. You know, take a chance on going too far in terms of caring. If a kid knows that you're paying attention, even if you make mistakes, that's the main thing. If you're not paying attention, you're like, here, have your phone, your iPad, and you just don't spend time with them, they're not going to have a good memory of you, a connection with you as a parent. So